Hey guys, this video is powered by the absolute legends over at Volt Racing Esports, the official gaming team of Aston Martin Volt Racing. If you want to check out who they are and what they do, go to the link in the description and check them out. Give them a follow on Instagram. Now, enjoy the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet more league racing content. We're back here in Bahrain, already on the lap. We're back here in Bahrain for F1WL round 1. Last time it was preseason testing, but now we are here in round 1. Thank you again to F1WL for allowing me to make all this content around their league. If you want to join the league, of course, like last time, go in the link in the description and join the Discord and have a fun time. It's a really cool league, so yeah. But we're here in Bahrain, like in preseason testing. If you guys watch that video, you'll remember I did struggle a lot. Especially in qualifying, I'm never really a good qualifier, but this is our first lap, like last time. Our first run will be a double run, one with ERS and one without. This is our without ERS run. It's a 1:31.8 or 1:31.6, sorry. So yeah, not a good lap, because I remember my time trial best lap was around a 1:29, 1:28, and I think that could be quite possibly our better runs. That will be possibly to the top of around the leaderboard, so we'll be around, hopefully around there, and hopefully fighting for a top 10 as our ERS run finishes. We finished in a 1:30.2, pretty decent. That finished us as around 8th at the time, but now this is our first single run with only 4 minutes left to go. Already a 10th down, and to be honest, the lap would not just materialize, and that would be the end. Just an abrupt end, sorry. But you wouldn't see here, but we are 16th, around 1.6 behind. So yeah, it's pretty disappointing. But we go ahead. That's qualifying over. Starting 16th, we now transition into our car cockpit, and here is our strategy. We're going to try to make our strategy. We're going to try to make it so we are starting on the hard tires. Just here we'll see loading my tire pressures, because I experienced some tire pressure, like the tires were heating up weirdly in qualifying. So just raising those. And there's our strategy, the hard tires until lap 17. And then we go into the mediums. And I'll save you guys the trouble of watching the entire formation lap. So let's transition on to the end of that. We're still warming up those tires. This new starting procedure, to be honest, I have a really hard time with. As you see, barely get a green on the start. But now we're waiting for that Haas who spun earlier in the first corner and then in the last corner. So he was behind by quite a little bit. So now we are waiting for everyone to line up and waiting for the 5 lights out. Just waiting for that last person to reconnect, Horonsky. And now it's 5 red lights, trying to get the revs up as best as possible. And lights out, and we have a pretty decent launch, but the Alpine doesn't go anywhere, especially compared to the Williams. They have a really good start. Swinters is backing up, nearly hits the back. The Williams hits the back of the Alpha Tauri, sorry. So there's a little lockup, trying to make it clean into turn 1. Some contact going there. Swinters gets a little bit out of shape, and I'm trying to dive down the inside, but unfortunately, I for some reason I turned off the ERS. Should have kept it on, but Swinters locks up, and I try to go down the inside, have a good start, but then Swinters just loses the rear end and ends up hitting me. I really thought that was, I took the blame on initially. I thought it was my fault, but then I watched the full replay, and then unfortunately Swinters would lose the rear end, and that means that's the second time we have a good, really pretty good start up a few places, and then messed up by collisions with other cars, which sucks. But that's league racing. It's unexpected. So, but we're still alive. We still are pretty good. But at the time I didn't know, but my friend would later tell me on the broadcast that we would have visual floor damage, and that would cost us, as you can see here, Swinters was 3 seconds behind us. Now on lap 4, he's passing us. So yeah, floor damage, that kind of sucked. As we have that isn't actually a lockup right there. That's actually just, for some reason, a very big visual glitch that seems to happen a ton now. But yeah, we're just trying to follow Swinters, trying to keep within his DRS. But we're just trying to do as best his job as we possibly can. As yellow flags ahead, and oh, it's our teammate ST plays in an Alfa Romeo. Unfortunately, we got our first track limits warning, but ST is right behind us now, who was having I think a pretty decent start. I saw him near the top of the field. I think round 8, his Swinters goes wide, and I decided I'm just gonna leave him absolutely no room to try to go around the outside of me. Deploy as much battery as possible. And now we go into the little left-hander, into the long right-hander, and we're catching up to another car. It's the Williams of Ace of Race Space, and I believe that's a McLaren. No, it's a Ferrari of Chaz, who we had a little battle with in preseason testing. If you watch that video, you remember that. And now I'm going to try to steam around the outside of Chaz, but the traction's just not there, but is for Chaz. But we get a helping of DRS and a good helping of ERS as well, coupled with that slipstream, and it's just easy pass going into turn 1. But Chaz is not going to give up. He's going to stick with me through this DRS zone. I don't have it, but he definitely does, so I'm going to deploy just a little bit here. Go to the middle of the circuit. His AI is glitching, the car is glitching around. Try to force him out, but unfortunately there's no, and then just has a little bit of contact. Thankfully, no damage there, but Swinters is now right on the back of me. I'm just still trying to keep with Chaz as McLaren, goes off, and we gain that one place, and that's what I knew about. If I just survive this race and don't make any dumb mistakes, I know for sure that I can get actually a pretty decent position due to how many incidents are in this league, and also there's a high amount of safety cars. I believe it might be increased, but I don't know. We're still trying to keep on the back of Chaz, looking back in the mirror on your top of the screen, just seeing where ST is and just tactically deploying where he can. But to me, it's quite clear that ST is faster than me, even through that braking zone. Look how much he gained on that braking zone. So in my head right now, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let him by. And right here, I kind of brake to the inside to try to brake early, but then he follows me. So then I have no choice but I'm gonna just try to go deep into the corner, let him by, back out into here. But then Swinters comes, tags me in my front, and then I hit the McLaren. So that's an unfortunate incident, but you know, it's one that I really needed to do. I didn't want to hold up as Swinters. Ooh, Swinters has a really big off. I don't know if he crashed or I don't know if he just spun, but I didn't want to hold up ST because I know he's much faster than me. I know he can go off and just get a really good position. So he's already chasing after Chaz, already only 1.1 behind, I believe. So we now transition to lap 7. They've already won away from me 3 seconds, and now I'm trying to battle the McLaren, keep the McLaren behind me, but it's just not, these tires are not lighting up in the way I want them to. Especially with those medium tires on the McLaren are perfect for the opening few laps. But I really wanted to go, because I was starting like second to last, so I wanted to go a little bit longer, try to see what would happen. And now Cairo is now, you can just see him in the mirror, 1.4 behind in the Alfa Romeo. And here I don't deploy, I do a fake dummy on the McLaren, try to do a fake move on him to see what he would do, but he obviously has already seen that move before, so he doesn't do anything. But we go to a few laps later. Cairo is already past me, actually, in the Alfa Romeo. I think I may have made a mistake on the last few laps. But we already went long. As you can see here in lap 19, we go into box for lap 19. We tried to go as long as possible. We stayed out in case there was a safety car, but at some point there was just no point, and there would not be a safety car. I just couldn't find a window. So I was like, just to limit the damage of how slow those hard tires were, just gonna check onto these new tires and try to chase after P10. We don't have a penalty, but we do have, I believe, 2 track limits warnings, I believe. But I think we would be fine. We now transition onto around lap. Nothing would really happen, to be honest, in this race. It was just a lot of chasing, and it just really wouldn't go into anything, really. It wouldn't really produce a really good race, to be honest, as this is kind of really the only battle I really had for the rest of the race. Me fighting Horonsky. He's a ghost anyways, so yeah, just going in just through his ghost and past him. And as you can see, actually we have another 3-second time penalty, as you can see on the top left of your screen. We already have a 3-second time penalty, and to be honest, that was kind of it for our race. Nothing really happened, and I thought I could pull away a 3-second gap to Horonsky, but for some reason the AI was really strong around here, so it's only a 1.6 second gap. But yeah, that is our race done. We finished in 12th. It's just such a disappointing race because I knew if I just didn't have so many incidents, and I remember now that I had an incident where I was in that turn 10 basically, or turn 12. I went on the curb and spun, and unfortunately that ruined the race. But yeah, that is a P12 finish. If you guys did enjoy this, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy, please subscribe, like the video, and comment if you want to see more League Racing videos. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye-bye.